Well, good evening and thank you for joining me. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jake Lambright. We'll go ahead and dive right in and talk about temperatures from today and what to expect the rest of this week. And we actually have some big changes on the way next week, but I know there's a lot floating around on social media right now, but it might not be as significant as you might think. So we'll also dive into that as well when it comes to the precipitation as well as the temperatures that are expected next week. Let's start off with now. It is unseasonably warm out there. Temperatures today topped out in the upper 70s and low 80s across most of the area. We had a few spots in the mid 70s. Oakdale reached the mid 80s, but generally a lot of us hovered right around that 80-degree mark today. This graphic here shows the temperatures, how much warmer or cooler that we are compared to the average for this time of the year. Here's a look at Friday afternoon. Again, temperatures continue above average, and that even continues through Sunday afternoon as well. But you will notice those near average and below average temperatures start to get a little bit closer to us by Sunday afternoon. Let's progress that timeline forward a little bit more. By Tuesday, you can see this green line right here represents about average temperatures. To the south of that, we've got above average. To the north of that, we've got below average temperatures. And that line that I drew there of near average is right in central Louisiana. Then you'll notice by Wednesday, we've got this cooler air that starts to move through the area. We've got these kind of purple colors moving our way as well as dark blues. Well, what exactly does that mean? You'll notice right here over Louisiana, we're really looking at kind of those lighter and darker blue colors, which indicates temperatures roughly 10 degrees below the average for this time of the year. So those dark blues look scary, but in reality, it's not all that bad. Our seasonal average for this time of the year runs in the lower 60s, so 10 degrees below that average puts us in the 50s. You'll notice here our 10-day temperature trend. Check this out. Our coolest days around the middle of next week will likely be in the 50s somewhere, with overnight lows falling into the 40s. You'll notice by how things are looking by the end of next week and the beginning of next weekend, that period of below average temperatures doesn't last that long at all. We're already back to pretty close to above average temperatures by the time we get to the end of next week. So wouldn't expect that cold weather to last very long. The Climate Prediction Center kind of agrees with that as well. Their latest outlook stretching a little bit beyond that 7 to 10 day forecast, also hinting at above average temperatures across the entire state of Louisiana. You'd have to go back towards areas like Kansas, Nebraska, and Missouri to find those below average temperatures. Right now, temperatures don't look too bad across the area. Still very warm, generally mid and upper 70s across most of the area. We've got those southerly winds right now sustained about 10 miles per hour, and winds are going to continue to be gusty. It's going to tomorrow. Those gusts could reach up to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour throughout the day. Look at that sunset right now on the Toledo Bend camera. Absolutely beautiful. I really like this camera when it comes to the sunsets, and same with our camera over in DeRidder. Downtown DeRidder always looks great. It won't be too much longer before we finally see that springtime and summertime weather start to move into the area, and it'll be perfect lake weather once again. Right now, I'm not saying it's not perfect lake weather, but whenever it gets a little cooler out there, definitely better for a fire and not so much getting into the water. Temperatures tonight don't cool down by much. We see generally mid 60s as we go throughout the rest of the night tonight. So another warm evening ahead, and we will see cloud cover increase throughout the night tonight. We'll also see fog start to move back in. Patchy fog expected once again on your Thursday morning commute. It's kind of jumping ahead of me here, so bear with me while I put that back. And not only will we see that patchy fog on Thursday morning, but it comes back again and makes a return on Friday morning as well. You can see those visibilities in some spots potentially below 1 mile, so some isolated dense fog will be possible as well. Do want to give you the first alert when it comes to our rain chances, and those really start to increase as we go into next week. So we stay very unseasonably warm and dry this week. Next week we see some cooler weather move in as well as those rain chances increase as well. So what can you expect? Well, multiple days of rain are expected next week, and rain chances start on Sunday and Monday, but those are limited rain chances, keeping it about 20% for now. And then high rain chances are expected on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and then once again on Thursday. Good news with this, severe weather not expected at this time, but it is something that I am monitoring as we get a little bit closer, because we're still about 5 to 7 days out from this. Scattered rain expected on Monday, and then by Tuesday afternoon, you see that widespread rain really start to roll in. More rain on Wednesday, and then early Thursday as well. And then could see, again, some more unsettled weather as we head toward the end of next week as well. So something we're watching pretty closely. When it comes to the rainfall forecast, though, for now, we're kind of hovering around an inch of rain over the next 7 days. And I'm actually going to zoom this out here in just a second and show you. The heaviest of the rain does stay to our north, kind of along and north of the Interstate 20 corridor. So you'll notice areas kind of along the Louisiana, Arkansas, border north of I-20 for us here in Louisiana, and then again back into southeastern Arkansas. Could see 2 to 3 inches of rain, whereas here in central Louisiana, we're looking at amounts closer to 1 inch. Now, as always, this could change, so we're going to be monitoring that closely, but for now, it looks like the majority of that rain will stay just to our north. You can always get the first alert to our changing weather by downloading our free First Alert weather app. It's a free download in the App Store, and as I've showed you before, that hour-by-hour forecast and 10-day forecast is what our team is forecasting here. We're looking at that data, we're quality controlling it, using our meteorological knowledge to come up with that forecast for you, and we are inputting that directly into your weather app. We also have customized video updates that we post around the clock, keeping you aware and informed of the changing weather conditions. And now as we go into tomorrow, another unseasonably warm day is ahead. We start off in the mid-60s. We see high temperatures start to climb into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Right now, I've got to set a high of 80 for Alexandria. Probably going to bump that up just a degree here in a little while. Our current record high for that day is also 80 degrees, so we have a good chance of tying or maybe even breaking that record tomorrow, something we're going to be watching. Those southerly winds are going to be sustained around 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts around 20 to 25 miles per hour possible. Let's go ahead and get a quick check there of your First Alert 7-day forecast. Again, mostly sunny skies expected through Monday. Then the rain starts to move in as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. An expansion on that with your First Alert 10-day forecast shows some limited rain chances once again for your Thursday, with rain chances maybe increasing once more by the start of next weekend. That there is a full look of your First Alert 10-day forecast. I'll see you right back here in about 15 minutes with weather updates on News Channel 5 at 6, Louisiana Latest at 6:30, and News Channel 5 Nightside at 10. You can catch all those right here on the KALB News app or KALB.com, or if you want to catch those on air, you can catch us at 6 and 10 on NBC and 6:30 on CBS 2. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you back here in just a few minutes.